Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is a quick video on what is the best lens for the a7 III. So I was on the fence about this camera, but I decided to get it. So I'm shooting this footage on my brand new Sony a7 III. Before, I used to shoot all my videos on an a6iii, and I used to use the Canon 6D as my main photography camera. So here's my first video footage on the a7 III. I did a lot of shopping. I was trying to find it for a lower price, and I decided to get it open box on bestbuy.com. bestbuy.com has a lot of good prices on open box items, which are basically brand new. Somebody bought it, decided to return it within a few days, and you get a camera for hundreds of dollars less, and it's basically in brand new condition. So I received my a7 III, but before I got it, I decided to shop around and decide what lens should I get. So I got this with the kit lens, but the kit lens, as you know, is pretty soft, and you know, it's okay for the first zoom lens for this camera, but you need to upgrade down the line. But I decided to get a prime lens for this. All my lenses for the a6iii are the crop sensor type, so I can still use them on this camera, but I have to go to crop sensor mode. And obviously I bought this camera to use full frame video. So I looked into the Sigma art lenses. So B&H was having a sale on a Sigma 35mm 1.4 art lens. Usually it goes for around $900, but the sale was for, I think, $699. So I think it's a great price for a lens, and as you can see, I'm filming this with this lens, and it is great quality. I also took it out last weekend. I shot a bunch of photos with my friends. I'm going to include some in this video. You can probably see it right now. Here's some photos I took with it, and this lens is amazing. And I think paired with the kit lens that comes with it at the beginning, you can get away with the 35mm Sigma and the kit lens. I think 35mm is a good focal length for this camera because you can use it as, you know, just a walk around lens, and you can also switch to crop sensor mode to get that extra zoom on the camera without losing quality. So I think this lens is an awesome price for what you get. The focus is super sharp, and with aperture like 1.4, you know, you're gonna get those blurry backgrounds that everyone loves, obviously. The only cons of this lens is it is very bulky and it is very heavy. So for my future lenses, I'm probably gonna look for something more compact. So if I just wanna, you know, have a discrete camera I can take some photos with, I'm gonna put on the, you know, the smaller lens. I also got the Sigma MC11 adapter to adapt some of my Canon lenses, but the autofocus on that and video is not great, and with some it doesn't work. I'll probably make another video on that adapter. But yeah, this is such an amazing lens. B&H, I've seen them do a sale on this lens a few times, so keep an eye out if you want to get it for that $700 instead of the $900. But like I said, this lens is awesome for photography. With a focal length like 35mm, it's going to be a great lens just to walk around, do some street photography. It's going to be a great lens for taking video. You know, you get that sharpness. The focus is pretty quiet, so you can use it for video. You know, you don't hear that constant, you know, hunting for focus, and you hear that motor. You don't hear that with this lens, so it's great for video. It's great for photos, and I think it's just an amazing lens for the price. Before, Sigma lenses used to have a bad rep, and you know, I can see why. You know, some of them weren't that great, but since they came out with this art lens line of lenses, all these lenses are super sharp. The only cons I could see is just they're large lenses and they're heavy lenses, because I feel, you know, obviously they made them first for the DSLRs, which that's why they're bigger lenses, and now they're adapting them to, you know, the mirrorless cameras, so you know, they still look the same as they do for the DSLRs. But if you don't mind the, you know, heftiness and you know, the heavy weight of them, they're amazing lenses, and I really think you should consider it as your first prime lens for the a7 III. Thank you guys for watching, and check out my next video. Thanks.